And we are recording. All right, this is Mr. Bailey. And what I'm going to go over here is the rule of thirds in photography. The rule of thirds is perhaps the most well-known rule of photographic composition. The basic principle behind the rule of thirds is to imagine breaking an image down into thirds, both horizontally and vertically, so that you have 9 different parts, like this. As you're taking an image, you would have already done this in your mind, just split those things up into 9 different parts. Or when you're using your cell phone or an actual DSLR camera, you can put on the setting that shows you the grid while you're taking the picture. With this grid in mind, the rule of thirds now identifies 4 different spots that are called anchor points. That's where you're supposed to place different things of interest within your picture. Like the main subject of the picture should definitely be in one of these points, or really close to it. Notice in this photograph, the photographer placed the building in 2 anchor points on the left side of the screen. And on the right side of the screen, those 2 anchor points are filled with that beautiful sky. Both the building and the sky are the 2 main subjects of this photograph. That's why they did that. The theory is that if you place points of interest in the intersections or along the lines, that your photograph becomes more balanced, and it will enable a viewer of the image to interact with it more naturally. With this photograph, you can see that the whole subject does not have to be along that line. It can spread across the picture as a whole, but that's just where you want the main interest points of that subject to be. Here's a good example of having 2 subjects that are the main interests of the whole picture. You have the man and you have the water, and both of them seem to lie on those anchor points, just different sides of the picture. The rule of thirds is also used in filmmaking because many directors know that using the rule of thirds can dramatically increase the look of any composition in a movie. They usually go by a set of fundamentals. There's 3 of them. There's placement, there's eye lines, and also rack focus that goes into the thought process of using the rule of thirds. And I'll leave you with a couple of more examples of how the rule of thirds works in a photograph. Until next time, see ya.